Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Brett Kelley, who recently won his fight on Fury FC 113. Hello, Brett. How are you?
Good, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. And recently, you won another fight. It was actually your fourth straight win. So, if you can tell me, how happy are you that you finished your opponent?
Oh man, it's always good to get a finish. That's always what I'm in there for. I've only had two that haven't got landed in finishes, so I try not to add to that number.
And actually, you are on the really solid winning streak right now. So, do you have a fighting for the Fury title in your plans for near future?
If the opportunity comes, yes. I had that opportunity a few months ago, and I had a medical issue cutting weight. And unfortunately, sometimes you miss out things. Sometimes you miss out on opportunities. So if it comes back, the opportunity comes back around, I'll be ready. If not, the goal is still the same. It's keep on getting better, keep on progressing, and getting towards that next level.
And actually, I checked your of course record on Topology, but of course also your rankings. And in Texas, you are number two flyweight, amateur flyweight right now, and in overall US number 20 out of the over the thousand fighters. So it's definitely really good ranking to have.
Yeah, man, it's amazing because when all this started, it was just a dream in my head, man. There was no path to this. No one would have guessed that they could have told me this would have happened, and I would have never believed like I would have gotten up that high that fast and that things would have happened this smoothly. But I'm blessed by God that and a great team and great supporters that it's happened.
And do you think about going pro maybe later this year?
Um, definitely think about it for sure. We're working on doing something next, probably in May, and that'd be extended. I have a good experience grappling. I have some good cage fights and stuff like that, and I've been in some dog fights and some scraps, but I need some more experience just testing my striking, slowing down, like getting less tunnel visiony, and just like taking care of business. So we got some things in the works for later this year, and then we'll go from there. But definitely, it's definitely something I'm very interested in, and it's one of my major goals.
And actually, it's a kind of cool approach because sometimes the fighter, after a few good wins, he's want to go really fast, going pro, look for another knockouts, another finishes, and you are taking the thing slowly. And I think that amateur fights are great because in the end you can make some mistakes, and when you did made them, it's not the end of the world because nobody is looking on your amateur record, to be honest, especially after you're the pro fighter.
Absolutely. I have a good team around me that gives me good advice. They're not rushing me to this or that just for the sake of getting there. They're preparing me long term. They're giving me good advice and telling me, hey, you need to work on this, you need to fix this, you need that. You're doing great here. We can work on things here. I'm very against yes man coaches that just push their fighters like, oh man, you're doing great. This is perfect. That's perfect. You're gonna take out everyone. And then as soon as they get a couple wins, they get tested, they go pro, and then things don't work out, and they're wondering what happened. And it's just like people misled them. People told them you're great. You don't need to work on the fundamentals. You don't need to work on this. You don't need to work on that. And I'm very blessed to be around a team that'll be like, no, this is garbage. You got to stop that. You got to work on this better. You got to put the time in. You need to fix this. You need to fix that. And then when things start to improve, they say, yes, look, it's improving, but we still need to work on it. It can't just stop here. And I'm very blessed with very knowledgeable coaches that have been on the journey for a long time, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
So right now you are with main street boxing, right?
Yes, sir.
It's probably one of the best regional gyms, I think, that because I always see that the cards that they are full of the fighters from the gym.
Oh yeah, my boy Josh Stout. Shout out to him. He just won about 5 minutes ago with rear naked choke for Fury. He just won his first fight with us at our gym. He's been with our gym for a while now. I don't know exactly how long, but man, he's put in a lot of work, and it's shout out to him. I was super happy. Got a couple more going on later in the card, and I'm excited to see.
And was it the first full MMA gym for you?
Yes, sir. I moved over here and I was at a Muay Thai. I mean, I was at a West Chase grappling school or grappling gym, and it was very good gym. Gracie Barra West Chase. I was really like doing some Muay Thai classes there, get testing it, but I knew I needed to commit full time to actual MMA gym. So I had Matt Costello and Yachty lead me over there, and it's been ever since then. It's been a dream.
And of course, like watching your fights, you are like really, really good grappler, good in submissions, of course, taking people on the ground too. And did you have any like wrestling experience before going to MMA?
I competed and I did a lot of jujitsu in my base. I started training when I got out of high school. I got into a lot of fights when I was a kid. A lot of bigger bullies I had to deal with. Dealt with small town popularity a lot, and also wasn't a great athlete as a kid. Like if you were to pick 10 people out of my class to be on a team, I'd probably be somewhere like at the 15th rank, somewhere around there. So when I because I wrestled with my friends a lot, but I didn't have any like competitive wrestling school. I went to a real poor school in Louisiana that didn't have a whole lot of sports. But I was a huge fan. I was obsessed. So when I got out of school, I went to a gym called Excelsior Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and really developed like a good base in Jiu Jitsu. So when I came out here, I had been competed several times, and after COVID, I had saw like what I could do, what I if I committed full time to this. Like I had just a glimpse of what I could be, and after that, it was addicting. I had to give up. I had to give up my construction crew, my job, and all of that. Like I had to get out and just like sacrifice and move and bet everything on myself when no one no one thought I could do it, and I wasn't even sure if I could do it. But it was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
So it's great to have something like this that you are obsessed about something because in the end you can learn really quickly these things that you really love and you can be quite quickly really good at it. So it's not about thinking but just about like flowing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's a good way to put it.
And right now, because you have like a few years of experience right now in MMA, do you have like maybe some kind of role model in your career, maybe coach, maybe fighter that you can watch in the gym, who like inspire you in some way?
Oh, absolutely. When I was a kid and watching it, it was guys like Frankie Edgar and smaller guys like that that fought. But like now that I've got to this great team, like I have guys like Cody Freeman and Mana Martinez and Jacob Berry and all these guys. I mean, Krubal Perez. Like I'm not Paul Garza. Like I have no shortage of people to look at now and be like, man, like this guy is something special. Like, and I'm in the room with him. He's teaching me. He's willing to work with me. Like they see potential. They tell me they see potential in me. It's like I don't fall very far from inspiration. It's all around me. I love it. Even the boxer side, like looking at the boxing side at Main Street, you see all these guys that are great boxers that are just winning and are competing, and great Muay Thai guys, and just I'm just around greatness so much. Mike Capone, all these guys, Ant Johnson. There's so many. I could go on. I could go on forever. And that's just my team. There's people around the sport in Houston that really inspired me. Like Alex Moreno inspired me to come out here in 2020 when he made his run. But I'm so blessed to be a part of a team that where I could always find inspiration just like that.
And before you mention Cody Freeman, and actually last year he got crazy momentum because he won 3 fights in like 3 or 4 months, and was like probably even close to get to the like Fury title because he beat like two really good prospects. So it's kind of I'm really big fan of this kind of things like having a momentum on your side. So I hope that he will start to build another winning streak quite quickly.
Oh yeah, he's got a fight coming up. I believe it's the 15th of this month. And it's going to be a great fight, man. He's been putting in some great work. I'm excited to see it. There's no better guy to work to train under than Cody, man. He holds you accountable. He'll push you hard and make sure you have fun. It's I couldn't say more. He's been great to me since I've been there. He's cornered me for about 4 fights now, I believe. I think 5 fights, actually 5 fights now. And it's been the guy's grade A. I wouldn't ask for a better coach in any other arena.
And do you have like goals in your career for next few years? So maybe like of course like going pro, but maybe some other big promotion. Do you have like timeline or the or just the list of goals?
I want to compete in some like Muay Thai stuff, and then like once I go pro, like obviously it's full send on that. It's trying to catch up, trying to make sure I do the best that I can. A lot of people, I feel they set this expectation where it's like if it's not the UFC champion, then it's nothing. It's all sucks. It's all journey. Like to me, man, I come from a kid. I'm come from a place with nothing. To get to where I am now is a dream, man. I'm gonna enjoy every bit of it, and I'm as hungry as can be, and I'm gonna fight everyone as hard as I can, and I'm gonna keep on improving, and I'm gonna just keep on going. The sky's the limit. Like I don't feel I need to set like a it's either this or nothing. Obviously, once we take the fight, that's it. That's the goal to get this win, move on to the next one. But I've always like craved improvement. I've always craved just better of myself, and I know what it's like to be at the bottom and hate everything about yourself. And now to be somewhere near the top, at the top of just my position of where I'm at now, even on the small scale of things, and just be just so proud of just where I'm at and just the work I put in, and just be obsessed with putting in that work going forward. So that's my goal. That's my goal is to be continue to be obsessed with the work and continue to grow and continue to just push forward and get to whatever that opens up for, whether it's Fury titles or if it's going pro with Fury, whether it's kickboxing fights, jiu-jitsu super fights, whatever it is. I mean, just excited to be a part of this journey and just continue in martial arts.
And even like percentage wise, not many fighters become a UFC champions in the end. So and a lot of I think that overall have a really successful career, being like in the UFC, being ranked, having like great exciting fights. So of course, like everybody wants to be a champion. It's normal, but you can be like super successful, not getting there.
Absolutely, for sure. I know people that have had amazing careers, guys that are just dogs, man. Like their skills are the best to watch. And I mean, and if they didn't no for no fault of their own, they didn't make it to the UFC, and that is what it is, man. It's like I said, they're better than 90%, if not 98% of the population at fighting. So that's and they've lived their dream and they took chances. And most people don't do that. And like I know a lot of people, and I was once that person, man, that just went to work every day, went home, took no chances, did whatever my bosses expected of me, was miserable, was depressed, was just wanted something more. And a lot of people never push past that. So I have respect for anyone that does.
And do you like watch a UFC shows, especially like the big show? So it's like in old system like pay-per-views.
Absolutely. I'm obsessed. I've gotten tried to dial back on it as much, but before I got into fighting, I wanted to be like John Anik. I didn't think I could be get my skills enough well to fight. So I was real obsessed with stats and all kinds of things. And I used to talk to my friend, my first coach, the wrestling coach, David O'Neill, and we talk about it for hours. I would tell him how this fight's matched up with this guy. This guy's from a team, and this, that, and the other. And it's just it helped a lot when I got into fighting because I had such a knowledge and obsession with the sport, and it really transitioned. It really helped me pick up techniques and transition how to take away people's striking as a grappler and how to keep my go from doing jiu-jitsu off my back to wrestling pressure going forward. And just that obsession drove me and just made me gave me a path to go forward, and I'll always be appreciative of that.
And what do you think about upcoming fight, Max Holloway against Charles?
It's a heartbreaker, man. It's the two awesome fighters. Obviously, I got to take Max. I mean, it's two of my favorites. It's like Max has my favorite striking, and Charles has my favorite jiu-jitsu. So it's going to be amazing and terrible, no matter how it ends.
Yes, and I think that in the end, like Charles has one of the most tricky submission game, and is one of the only fighters who is really dangerous from his back, even like right now in 2026. So it's like kind of rare thing right now, and I think that he can submit everybody, anybody, but in the end, Max is definitely a really tough fighter, even right now.
It's Max is elusive. He's good at getting away and not being caught on the ground. It's he touches you up all night. Like he beat my boy Dustin in the last fight, but it's going to be exciting to see. As much as I hate for those type of fights to happen, those are usually the best fights.
And do you have a, like the favorite moment in the history of MMA? So it's like from the fans' perspective that you were maybe super excited about one fight, or after the fight you thought that it was a like great moment.
When I was a kid, Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman, the first one when Anderson got knocked out, I was at a youth pastor's family's house watching the fights with a bunch of people at the youth group, and they asked me. Everybody was asking, man, I could never fight in MMA. They were going around, and each one was saying that I couldn't do that, I couldn't do that. And then when it got to me, someone asked me like, Brett, do you think you could fight in MMA? And I was just like, thought about it and I was like, yeah, I think I will one day. And like I had no idea how it was going to happen or if it was possible. I had zero confidence in my ability to win fights against someone that was good. But just it was a moment that I'll never forget because not long after that, Chris Weidman knocks out the great Anderson Silva, and it just the impossible for the moment, the impossible seemed to happen, and it was just for someone that was had as troubled childhood as me, that was a good little a sign that hey man, it could be done.
And it's crazy that this kind of things that even that you don't know these fighters in the end, it can be like motivational moments for you that can give you some additional motivation, give you something like a little bit discipline. So it's kind of crazy that even from the fans perspective you can get this kind of feeling.
Absolutely. It's the sport brings so many emotions, man. I've had happiness, sad, frustration, pissed off. Like, man, this one had me do all kind of roller coasters. Just watching it as a fan, being fans of certain fighters over the years. But man, I wouldn't trade it for any other sport.
And what do you do when you have like tough moments? So maybe tough session in the gym. What do you do with your mind to be back in the gym next day?
It definitely gets hard, but for me, I just think back of when this was all I ever wanted, man. I got a cheat code that a lot of fighters I think they don't have to have, and some definitely have it. But I think of always what Fedor says, like, man, I always think back at the time when I didn't have anything, and like this was everything I ever wanted, and like I'm not gonna let this hard day derail me from the fact that I'm blessed. I'm blessed, and I've been able to live out a childhood dream that I've had for so many years that so many people told me that was never a possibility for me. That I would never be able to just make anything out of it. Even when I pursued it, it moved out here. So it's happy. It's just big for me to just draw back in and be like, hey man, this bad day at practice isn't shit. Like you've been on rock bottom and you drove and you've made it to where you are now. God's been on your side and you gonna shake off and you go back to practice tomorrow.
Yes, and in the end, probably it's not really possible to have like even in one week all good sessions. Is like when you train with some true killers, you will be like beaten up or like submit many times, and it's normal. And because of that, you are better in the cage.
Absolutely. I'm by no means one of the top guys at my gym, man. I get buzz sawed out every practice. There's tough guys, there's grade 25ers, grade 35ers, 45ers, all the way up. I mean, all the way up to heavyweight. There's great fighters everywhere. And I mean, we take good care of each other, but we push each other and there's days where man, I don't win a single round and I feel it. I can tell. And then there's days where I go in there, I win a couple and then I get beat down for the rest of them. And it's like you said, it's all about improving. It's all about learning. It's just, you don't, if you're winning every round, you're not learning. If you're losing every round, you're not learning. So it's a good mix.
And outside of like world of combat sports, do you have any like other hobbies that you can spend on your time on?
I teach martial arts to kids at Bam Bam Martial Arts. So some of my time works out there. I had this opportunity the last year to really become one of the top kid coaches, and I like spending my time there, giving to teach it a little in a softer environment. We're not teaching MMA, we're teaching combat jiu-jitsu or kickboxing or jiu-jitsu or something similar. Like so, it's like I take a lot of time doing that. I also have German shepherds that I love and just spending time with my people and just really feeling just loving my life as it is.
And do you think about like being like the full-time coach, even like for future maybe MMA world champions, like in 10 or 15 years?
I would like to. That's always been a goal at the end after everything was over. Years later, learn how to own a gym and operate. And I've been learning from Mr. Scott Sullivan and Mr. Brandy Sullivan. And Mr. Scott Sullivan was one of the alternates for UFC one. He's a kickboxing champion, shootbox champion, jiu-jitsu black belt, and being with them and them teaching me just a lot of things of how to run a business, how to be better at certain areas, and I do give them a lot of credit because they push me in ways that makes me uncomfortable, but not too uncomfortable. Like push me to be better, but they don't just throw me off into, hey, I'm putting you in this thing that you're not ready for. Good luck. Like no, they help build me up. They give me the training. They talk to me positively. If I need help with something, they help me. And then next thing you know, I'm leading the classes. I'm talking to the parents. I'm doing this, doing that, and it's truly a great growth experience. And I look forward to being able to grow to where I'm a good business owner myself one day.
And when you're thinking also about this year, when would you think that it would be the best time for your next fight?
From what the conversations we've been having at the gym, there's going to be a Muay Thai competition in May in Louisiana that I'm probably going to sign up for. And then after that, it's shit. Long as there's no injuries, we'll probably book real soon right after that. So sometimes for the summer, we'll be back in MMA. But probably May, we'll go do my first Muay Thai competition, which I'm excited for. Get to show off my striking. I know everybody's been begging me to stop grappling for so much. So getting a little something to look at.
So it's like the side quest a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a good side quest.
Okay, Brett. So many thanks for the time and for conversation. I hope, of course, that you will win your next Muay Thai fight, and of course you will be back in the cage, MMA cage, and you will win your next fight. Maybe it will be like even a Fury title fight.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for sitting down with me. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for everything. God bless.